Ang pastor na humahatol sa labas ng tunay na iglesia, gago, tanga, inutil, tarantad.
Sino ang pinatungkulan ni Ka Eliseo Soriano sa kaniyang mura? Kung gayon, si Ka Eliseo Soriano pala ang natamaan sa kidlat. Bakit? Panoorin natin ang video.
Yung iglesia mo, the executive pastor of Jesus Christ, the name above every name, Administrator Incorporated. Patunayan mong yan ang tunay na samahang sa Diyos. Tutol ako sa demonyo yung samahang yan. Hindi sa Diyos yung samahan na yan. Ang lahat ng mapapasok dyan, impyerno ang destino. Ang lahat ng mapapasok dyan, impyerno ang destino. Bobo kayo talaga sa Biblia. Eh kung alam nyo Biblia, hindi nyo hahatulan nyo nasa labas eh.
Ngayon, kung wala ka namang balak na umanib sa iglesia ng Diyos, umanda ka ng maglangoy sa impyerno.
1 Corinthians 5 verse 12 to 13. Indeed, this is just an opinion of Paul. This is the true meaning of this. In time of apostles, when Jesus built the church to Peter, he was given the key of heaven, and was been told by Jesus, what you bind in this earth will also be bound in heaven, as Jesus also said this, what you bind in this earth will also be bound in heaven, to other apostles. And Jesus also told his apostles, if you forgive anyone's sin, they are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven. This was spoken when he was near to leave the earth, and as he commanded his apostles to go to nations, or as to make disciples of all the nations. So they preachers to such nations, so as anyone who did not accept their gospel and baptism, so their sin will not be forgiven, so they are not forgiven and will not be bound in heaven also. So those apostles judged those who were outside the church. So there are two aspects why Paul spoke in the 1 Corinthians 5 verse 12 to 13. Number one, like as when Paul baptizing, but as being told or upon, realizing not to baptize as he was not appointed to baptize, so Paul admitted that he was not sent to baptize with Spirit, as though he is baptizing with water like John the Baptist. So Paul said this, 1 Corinthians 5 verse 12 to 13, as it is because Paul was not being told by Jesus about John 20 verse 21 to 23, Matthew 16 verse 19 number 2, and as Paul referring this to generality, how could you judge them indeed as you knows nothing about their doings, and as you don't know their minds? As the example of this are about Cornelius and his household, it is Jesus who judged Cornelius' household. All those of today as concerning to true anointed preachers, they preachers to such nations, so they knows some of them, and could judge them. It is not in the sense as why the anointed of God who goes there have to judge them immediately, as why not just leaves them that my day will change as anyway there is God to judge. No, it is not in that sense, for as indeed God and or Jesus given them a right to judge, so they have a right to whatever they decided for, whether they will just leave them or will judge them, for if they can judge what God says, so no one knows also if whether they will change yet or not, so why not to those who are outside? But not if they are neither anymore. Did not God said leave them, or leave those who are outside? In this sense also anyone who will not leave those who are outside, so we could say that they will not be saved. Even Eli Soriano and those others said, leave the Catholic Church and join us, or you will not be saved.